All right. We will call the Belvedere City Council regular meeting to order of June 6, 2022, and the clerk will call the roll, please.
Brereton.
Here.
Fleury. Fleury is absent. Frank.
Here.
Freeman.
Here.
McGee.
Here.
Mulhall. Mulhall is absent. Porter.
Here.
Prather.
Here.
Snow.
Here.
Stevens.
Here.
8 present.
Okay, if you join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the invocation, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear Lord, we pray to thank you for our country, our community, and our freedoms. We thank you for all of our military members currently serving and the many veterans who have served this great nation, when we pray for their safety. We also pray and recognize on this day, June 6, 1944, 78 years ago, in remembrance of D-Day, we thank you for the men and women of the United States military who so bravely fought for not only our future, but the world's future. We recognize that without them, we would not have the freedoms we enjoy today. We thank you for these heroes and for their service and their sacrifice. We also thank you for our police and fire first responders in our community and throughout this country, and pray for their safety as well. We ask that you give us wisdom, compassion, patience, and courage as we conduct our city's business here this evening. We ask for these things in Christ's name. Amen. All right, I don't believe we have any public comment this evening registered, do we?
Nope.
Item 4, approval of the minutes. We have A, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of Belvedere City Council of May 16th, 2022 as presented. Could I get a motion to that effect, please? Motion by Alderman McGee, second by Alderwoman Prather. Any corrections, any discussion regarding that motion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed, thank you. We have item 5, public hearing, we have none. Item 6, special messages and proclamations, we have none this evening. No approvals of expenditures tonight. Item 8, committee reports and minutes of city officers. We have the approval of minutes of the Committee of the Whole, Public Safety, Finance, and Personnel, dated May 23rd, 2022, as presented. Could we have a motion to that effect, please? Motion by Alderman McGee, second by Alderman Porter. Any corrections, any discussion regarding that motion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed, thank you. Under unfinished business, we have ordinance 583H before you tonight for a second reading, and that is an ordinance granting a special use to allow in-vehicle sales or service drive-through within the planned business district located at 2056 Gateway Center Drive, and that would be the new Taco Bell we'll have out there. Could I have a motion to that effect, please? Motion by Alderman Snow and a second by Alderwoman Prather. Any discussion regarding that motion? Alderwoman Freeman.
Thank you, Mayor. So Gina's not here, but is this a brand-new build, or is there a building there that they're just going to modify?
No, it's a brand-new build.
This is a brand new build, and we have the applicant here with us tonight. If anybody has any other questions for him that are that we can't answer and explain, he's certainly here this evening. So,
Mayor, we'll anticipate Alderman Snow's usual question, were there any objectors, anybody complaining about the proposed site?
Yeah.
There was one gentleman that showed up to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. He's not here this evening. He lived on the far side of US 20, facing the Applebee's, basically. And his concern, he had two concerns. One was the headlights As people pulled in the drive-through to go to the Taco Bell, hitting his house as well as other houses. The reality is all the headlights in that commercial lot does that already. The other concern he had was the annexation agreement requires certain design criteria for businesses fronting on US 20. And that is why you'll see in the ordinance recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission, they added a condition that will require a berm and side obscuring fence to screen those headlights so that will block them from the far side of the road. They'll probably have a greater impact on cars on 20, frankly, for safety purposes. And they also have revised their site plan to provide aesthetic features facing US 20s, dressing up that frontage a little bit so it looks more like what Applebee's does as it faces US 20. So both those concerns were addressed.
Okay, thank you. Alderwoman Frank.
Maybe he can answer, or you can answer. Is there a time frame that he's looking at? Like, he's going to start right away, or?
If the applicant doesn't mind, would you please come up to the podium here, to the mic, and just introduce yourself, please?
We actually had a joke about that, planning and zoning, because immediately preceding them on the agenda was Murphy's Oil, and they plan to have it done
Just hit that,
in some ridiculously fast time frame.
thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Do you know the time frame for
Yeah,
starting
just
construction?
give me a second here. Should be on our plans here on one of these pages.
If you state your name too for us, that'd be great.
Okay.
Oh, you just turned it off. There you go. Just leave it.
My name is Reid Jans, R-E-I-D. Last name Jans, J-A-H-N-S. As far as time frame is concerned, I do know that we are basically looking to pull permits once we are approved here, and they are looking to move forward with construction. I'm not sure of exact construction dates, but that's just part of the process of getting all your approvals lined up and then starting on construction.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Jans? Oh, okay, Alderwoman Frank.
Not
yes.
you, but thank you, Reed. I only ask that is because I have a lot of people that keep on asking me about the car wash that never comes. So that's why I always ask for time frame. So I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Alderwoman Frank. I think that car wash sign breaks out every election cycle, perhaps. But anyhow, I don't think that's the case here. But, yep, I understand your sentiment. So, any other questions for Mr. Jans? Okay, hearing none. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. If there's no other discussion, we have ordinance 583H for second reading tonight, an ordinance granting a special use to allow in-vehicle sales or service drive-through within the planned business district 2056 Gateway Center Drive, which will be known as the new Taco Bell facility. All those in favor will, when their name is called, answer yes. Any opposed, no. When the clerk calls a roll, please.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you. Thank you again, Mr. Jans. Thank you for coming. And we have item 10, new business. Item A, motion to waive section 2-88 referrals to committee of the City of Belvedere Municipal Code with respect to block party request to close East 4th Street between Caswell Street and Fremont Street. Could I have a motion to that effect? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Stevens. Any questions regarding motion to waive, motion to refer, motion to waive the referral to close East 4th between Caswell Street and Fremont? Any questions regarding that? Alderman Porter?
I'm assuming we're just waiving this on a one-time basis, right? Not permanently.
Yep, that's correct. Alderwoman Prather. It is.
So we were just kind of wondering, like, what food are you going to serve, and are we invited?
This is just
Wait till the next one, we'll find out.
All right, very good answer. All right. Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor, will, when their name is called, answer aye. Any opposed, nay. When the clerk calls the roll, please.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed. And then in conjunction with that, we have item B regarding the block party request, and that is to close East Fourth Street between Caswell Street and Fremont Street. And we do have Ms. Fowler here, as Alderwoman Prather pointed out. And if anybody has any questions for her, I know that if you have all looked at the request form, it's pretty basic, but it is it's also quite defining. So, any questions regarding that? I need a motion then to that effect. Motion by Alderman Stevens, second by Alderwoman Prather. Any comments, any questions, any concerns? Alderman Snow?
Well, the good news is you're the only driveway on the street in that block, so that works out. Nobody's gonna be, quote, inconvenient.
All right. Okay. Hearing nothing else, all those in favor, will, when their name is called, answer aye. Any opposed, nay. As the clerk calls the roll, please.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter, Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you. And we have item C, a motion to waive section 2-88, referral to committees of the City of Belvedere Municipal Code with respect to resolution 2022-12. And in your packet, you have that resolution. Is there any questions regarding that? Could I have a motion actually to waive that? Okay, motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Porter. Any questions regarding that? Alderman Porter.
I guess I'm just asking, why are we waiving this again?
As you recall, this has actually been a committee, or actually executive session multiple times. This deals with the collective bargaining agreement with IUOE. So it's not like it has not been discussed by the council in the past, which is the reason for the referral to committee. You also recall that the council previously tendered a favorable impression of the collective bargaining agreement that's attached to the resolution. The IUOE took it back to the membership for a second time, and the second time it was ratified. So they have now ratified that agreement, and rather than wait and have to do that much more retro pay, we thought we'd get it approved quickly so that we can do our calculations more properly for the clerk's department.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions before we vote to waive? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, when the clerk calls the roll, answer aye. Any opposed, nay.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, thank you. And then item D, we have as a follow-up resolution to resolution number 2022-12, resolution authorizing the mayor to execute and the clerk to attest a collection bargaining agreement with the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150, 2022-2026. Could I have a motion to that effect, please? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderwoman Prather. Any questions regarding that motion? As the city attorney had stated, we had what we thought was an agreement, as we probably remember here not too long ago. And we thought that after they had taken that back to the membership, they did vote it. I think if it wasn't unanimously, it was nearly. So the same contents are what you have already seen previously, but if there's any questions, we'll address them. Okay. Hearing none, then we have a motion and a second on the floor to pass. All those in favor will, when their name is called, answer aye. Any opposed, nay.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman, McGee,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, thank you. And just for those that are keeping score, that's 1 out of 5, and we have 4 left, so moving right along. All right, motions forwarded from Committee of the Whole, Public Safety, Finance, and Personnel of May 23rd, 2022. Motions out of Public Safety Committee, Chairman Stevens.
A, motion to approve the renewal of XRY software license. This cost is not to exceed $3,735 and will be taken out of contractual line item 01-5-210-6020.
Okay, we have a motion out of committee. Is there any questions regarding that motion? Alderwoman Freeman?
Thank you, Mayor. So, Chief, I wasn't here last week, but I appreciated Alderwoman Frank's questions. So, this is to, like, you confiscate a cell phone and then you, according to TV shows that I watch, you, like, can look at text messages and you can see, like, if that murderer has been in contact with that victim or whatever, during the time period that may have occurred. So do you have to get a warrant to get all of that stuff, or do you automatically get consent when that person is arrested?
It's going to depend on the circumstances and how serious of a case we're investigating. We can do it either way. First, if the investigation would allow, we would try and get consent, and then if that person consents, we would then use XRY to extract the data forensically. Otherwise, if we have probable cause, we can seek a search warrant from a judge, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think it's important to point out that the department has used this for the last 5 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chief, it's a renewal. And
that's correct. We've used it on a number of cases successfully, being able to extract all kinds of different data that has allowed us to provide that evidence in court.
okay. Thank you. Any other questions regarding the motion on the floor? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor will answer aye. Any opposed, nay. When the clerk calls a roll, please.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion passed, thank you. And Chairman Stevens?
B, motion to approve the 2-year renewal of Cellhawk software license, cost not to exceed $3,370. This will be taken out of the Belvedere Police Department operations account.
Okay, we have a motion out of committee. Is there any questions regarding that motion on the floor? Alderwoman Freeman?
Thank you again, Mayor. So, Chief, the last one, is for phone calls, phone numbers, and text messages and the like. This one actually tracks somebody by pinging the cell tower, so if they're fleeing, you can see where they're going as long as they have their phone on, right?
No, what this does is takes those data points that we will solicit from cell phone companies, and they will provide us that information that then we turn around and plug into this software, and it maps out, a direction of travel, locations that the suspect may have been traveling, or at least the suspect's phone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Alderwoman Frank?
Thank you, Mayor. What exactly is the police department operations account?
It is the account that was generated for our narcotics unit, and they would use it for controlled purchases and investigative equipment such as this.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion on the floor will, when their name is called, answer aye. Any opposed, nay. As the clerk calls the roll, please.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion passed, thank you. Continue, Chairman Stevens.
C, motion to authorize signing of the 36-month GFL Environmental Service Agreement for the continued disposal and pickup of waste material at the police range at a cost of $70.13 per month.
Okay, we have a motion out of committee. Any questions concerning that motion? Alderwoman Freeman?
Thank you again. So I realize it's only about $800 for the year, but what line item or account is that going to come out of?
It is budgeted to come out of the 015-210-6020, which is the repairs and maintenance account. That's a line item in there.
Thank you.
Okay. Alderwoman Frank?
Thank you, Mayor. Chief, I was doing the math on this, and it's $841 a year, obviously, but times 3 years, it's $2,500 something. And you mentioned last time it was quite a bit of waste that they had to bring back, or that they had, right? Correct?
We fill up a dumpster, yes.
But I was just wondering, is there any way that they could be responsible for their own when they go out there and bring it back to the PSB, so you're only having one service that you're paying for instead of two?
Well, it's not just our department that utilizes the range. We do rent the range out to multiple different agencies for a nominal fee. So it's, several different agencies. And at this point, it's a lot of, it's garbage. And it's not always something that would be easily transported from the range to a secondary location. So I guess based off of your question, that would be my answer.
Okay, I'm always looking for cost here, but will they help you with the cost when you rent it out to other people? Do they help defray some of this cost?
I guess it would be taken into consideration when in the price of the range rental itself, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, we have a motion and a second on the floor then. All those in favor will answer aye. Any opposed, nay. As the clerk calls the roll, please.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Motion passed, thank you. And item D, Chairman Stevens.
Motion to authorize firefighter Troy Vandenbroek to carry over 6 days of unused holiday time, fiscal year 2022, and to use it in fiscal year 23. And authorize firefighter Zach Bullard to carry over 5 days of unused holiday pay from fiscal year 2022 to use in fiscal year 2023.
Okay, we have a motion out of committee. Any questions regarding that motion? Alderwoman Freeman?
Thank you. Chief Shadle, so does stuff like this create an overtime issue for you guys to have to fill in for people that are using vacation time that was from last year, or no?
Usually not. It's actually a mechanism to reduce overtime. So what happens with our vacation calendar is that there's 2 spots, so 2 personnel can be off each shift day. And what happens, it happens quite frequently with probationary firefighters, just because of the way that they earn their holiday time once they pass a holiday. And then also at their anniversary, they earn 3 days. And if the calendar's full, then they're not able to use those. And so in both these guys' case, they were probationary firefighters last year, and their anniversary, I believe, was in March. And so they had holidays that they weren't able to use because it would have cost overtime. And then they roll over, and then in March, when they earned their 1-year vacation, on that day they were granted 3 additional days. So what we allow them to do, and it's contractual as well, that they can pick them during the primary selection period, and it's based on seniority and things like that specifically, so it doesn't cost overtime.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, we have a motion then on the floor out of committee. All those in favor will say aye. Any opposed, nay, as the clerk calls the roll, please.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion pass. And moving on, we have motions out of planning zoning. Chairman Porter?
Thanks, Mayor. Motion to consent to the appointment of Paul Engelman as chairman of the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay. Any questions regarding that appointment? Mr. Engelman has been on the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I think he's been previous chairman as well at one time. But I think he might have been the last guy standing forward whenever they asked people to step up. So I think everybody else stepped back. But we have that appointment. I appreciate his commitment to the city. And hearing no other questions, all those in favor will, when the clerk calls the roll, answer aye. Any opposed, nay.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you. And motions out of Finance and Personnel. Chairman Burden.
Thank you, Mayor. F, motion to appoint Brenda Obelade to the Ida Public Library Board.
Okay. Motion out of committee. Any questions regarding that appointment? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor will answer aye. Any opposed, nay. When the clerk calls the roll, please.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you. And motion out of Public Works. Chairwoman Freeman.
Thank you, Mayor. G, motion to approve the application for parade permit for St. James Church on June 19th, 2022.
Okay. And there was the parade permit information that was provided at the committee level, and it's unchanged. Is there any questions regarding that? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor will answer aye. Any opposed, nay. As the clerk calls the roll, please.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed, thank you. And I have an item that was a little bit unexpected, but if you don't mind, I would like to go into an executive session to discuss collective bargaining matters pursuant to Section 2C2 of the Open Meetings Act. Could I get a motion to that effect, please? Motion by Alderman Snow, second by Alderman Porter. Any questions regarding that? Okay. Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor, well, when their name is read, answer aye. Any opposed, nay. As the clerk calls the roll, please.
Porter,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman, McGee,
Aye.
8 in favor.
Okay, motion passed, and for the record,